right, heading down to the ranch, December 11th. The rut's about to start kicking off down here in LaSalle County. Cold front just came in this morning. Pretty windy. My dad said the deer are moving, but not as much as they typically are with the wind. And we're gonna see what happens this evening. Hunt this evening, tomorrow morning before I got to get back. I'll keep you posted. Wish us luck. Hopefully the big 8 shows his face, and we'll see what happens. We'll see y'all later. All right, guys, we're here at the camp and threw some corn down here by the camp feeder and a bunch of little javelinas. There's a bunch of babies. You can see a little baby right there by the feeder. Just wanted to show you guys this. A lot of people were mistaken, like, oh, those are hogs. Are they related to the hog family or the pig family? Which they're not. They're actually related to the rat family. But they're pretty dumb. Or actually, they're not dumb. They just can't see very well. So I'm going to walk up here and see how close I can get to them without them running off. Oh, looks like. Oh. Now let me try to get him a little action. I'm gonna work on getting me a new lens. My cousin was telling me about a lens you can put on your iPhone. Like I said, I don't have all that fancy stuff. I just have straight phone. I don't edit much. Just cut and paste videos, but you can see a little baby back there. Yeah, they know I'm here. They're about, I don't know, 50 yards away from me. The 2 closest ones. Pretty cool. A lot of people from up north, they don't know what javelinas are, so depending on where you are from South Texas, you know what javelinas are. So I thought it was just pretty cool to add this little video to this weekend's trip. All right, everybody, it's like 2:15. I got out on the blind a little early today. You never know when a big buck's gonna come out, especially in South Texas when the rut's starting up. Plus, you can't kill nothing from camp, so you might as well get out on the blind. So this is a food plot, a blind we call turkey blind, all right? If you've seen some of my previous videos, my father-in-law was turkey hunting this spring. He was in that little mess right there, and I don't know if y'all remember that video or not, but I found a bunch of sheds that weekend. But this is a spot we call the turkey blind because there's a ton of turkeys around here. The Nueces River is back there about, I don't know, one of the fingers off the Nueces River is about, I don't know, 200 yards past that brush line. All right, so there's great turkey habitat everywhere. We'll probably see some turkeys. If I do, I'll film them. But I have the windows closed because there's north and the wind is blowing about 25 miles an hour. It's definitely slowed down a little bit from this morning, but we'll see what happens. There's 3 bucks that are on the hit list, the big 8, all right, or the broke 8, the same deer. Then there's a freak buck that we call. He's got 2 points coming out of one base, and my dad saw him, and he's been bullying a bunch of bigger horn bucks, but he's just like a genetically inferior. And then I saw I saw a picture of a buck on trail camera 2 days ago. It looks like a pretty big-bodied 8-pointer with nothing for horns. So if we see any of those 3 or something that we've never seen before, you never know what's going to happen. So I'll keep y'all posted. All right, guys, it's 2:45. Got our first deer of the evening. It's a little 8-pointer. And y'all see that fence line right there? That's actually still our fence. The guy we bought the place from, or the guy that my dad bought the place from, he had that cross fence. If you go down there, it's where the Nueces finger comes out. And so he had cows, so he built that to keep them from getting down in the creek beds and stuff when it floods. So that's actually our property still on the other side, or actually my dad's property still on the other side of the fence. But it's a little, probably 2.5-year-old 8-point out here in the middle of the day. You never know what's going to happen. He's got his ears back like he's pissed off about something. I don't see any other deer, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, it's 3:15 now. That little 8-pointer ran off. There was something in the brush he was looking at. I couldn't tell what it was, but he jumped the fence and ran down in the creek. we got this little spike right here. He's probably 1.5. Like I said, I'm just gonna film every deer that shows up. You know, this is true low fence hunting down here in LaSalle County. You know, we have some feed pins and stuff set up, but it's pretty much all natural. It's all natural genetics. So, you know, with 8-pointers, you're gonna see spikes. So it is what it is. There's a debate, you know, do you shoot a spike? Do you not shoot a spike? I think it all depends on age. That's obviously, that deer weighs 85 pounds, so we're not gonna shoot him. So we'll see what happens. So we got a doe now out here with this little spike, and she came out by herself. So, you know, South Texas, December 11th. You don't know if there's a buck following her. She's not acting like there's a buck messing with her. A lot of times you'll see them looking behind them where they just came from, but she looks pretty calm. All 3 of my deer have come out in this little corner so far, and I've noticed that last year too. They like it down in that creek bed. It's pretty thick. Get out of the wind. So we'll see if anything comes up taking a sniff. Could be one of our bucks we're looking for. So this is what we call the turkey blind. We got one lone hen out here, just surprising all by herself. Had a little nubbin buck come by, but I didn't videotape, but this is why they call it the turkey blind. Got another hen now that just came from behind the feed pen. I don't know if you can see the colors on these. These are Rio Grande turkeys, the species Rio Grande turkeys. A couple hens. I don't know where any gobblers are, but they're pretty birds. You hear a turkey calling in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Pretty cool. I can see some turkeys way back there by that white post running. But that was pretty cool if you could hear them calling. You get to hear that every day. Good shot. Alright, here they come. I heard them back there. Here comes several of them. That's why they call it the turkey blind. Hopefully they don't eat all my corn. Pretty cool though. Seeing all kinds of birds today. We got a bunch of bobwhites down there, a bunch of quail. This place is loaded with quail. I haven't seen any blue quail yet, but quite a few bobwhites down here. That's good to see. Alright guys, got a little 6-point, it looks like. I don't know if I have any trail cam pictures of him. He looks to be probably 2.5 years old. He's a little guy, but you can hear these birds. These dang green jays are trying to get into my blind. They're everywhere. So it's about 5 o'clock. Peter just went off, so we should be seeing some animals here pretty soon. See what happened. There's one of those green jays right there. Pretty cool birds. Alright guys, it's about 5:36 and got a doe and a yearling right here. The yearling's too small to jump in the pen, but cool, these turkeys walk right out right next to it, and now the doe in the feed pen, she's a little spooky. I don't know if it's the wind, she's smelling something, or I was in there messing with that camera earlier this morning, or this afternoon, so I don't know if maybe she can smell me or not, but these turkeys have been going all over, and they'll clean out a feeder for sure, so I'll keep you posted. It's about getting time to where anything can walk out, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. All right, we're here at the camp house listening to some Motley Crue, and I thought I saw something right here in my dad's little patch, and there's these javelinas right here. Those are our pets. Alright guys, it's Sunday morning. It's pretty early still. It's a little hard to see, but if you look, you can see a bunch of turkeys roosting up in those trees. You see them right there? You hear that one calling right there. That's why I call it the turkey blind. Those birds, they roost all up and down the creek. Nothing better. My father-in-law would love that sound right there. He loves turkey hunting. I'll get back to you if we see any animals. Alright guys, got our first deer in the morning. It's like 7:20. I've been out here since like 6 o'clock this morning in the dark. But this doe's coming in and acting a little crazy. Like there might be a buck behind her, maybe. I don't know what it looks like. On the far left we got a doe, and then I think that's a yearling on the right. And this doe showed up in the middle and acted kind of strange. All these deer, they come from the back here behind the feed bin. It's all the fingers from the Nueces River, so that's pretty thick. You never know what's gonna come out back there. I just got word that one of my buddies shot a buck on a place I used to hunt with him. It's a deer we call the bull eight, and I'll post some pictures of his deer, what it looked like the past couple of years. We're hunting with those guys hunting with them for probably 5 years. And this deer we saw several years. We always say we're gonna shoot him, and we never got around to it. Well, somebody finally did. So hopefully I'll get some pics here in a little bit, and I'll post them on this video. But we'll see what happens. And I'm back. I called it. And here comes a little 4-pointer. Look at him, Jason. He's a little freaking 2-year-old buck, 4-pointer chasing that doe. I called it, but you never know. There could be another buck with him. You never know. But just came out from that draw back there by the Nueces River. You never know what's going to come out through that brush. You never know. So again, that's what I call the turkey blind. I just saw something that I'd never seen before. This little 4-pointer. One of these turkeys got kind of close, and he freaking charged and kind of knocked the bird up in the air and made it make a noise. I've never seen that before. We got turkeys here, and we got some over here on the other part of the field eating some corn. So they're everywhere. And hopefully they don't eat all the corn. So there they go. So we'll see what happens. Gonna see what that little bug is right here. Where is he? He's in this tree. He's walking, this little 4-pointer. He's walking right up behind the blind. He thinks he's pretty bad. I'm sorry, he's a little 6. And he's walking around like he owns the place. He's on the cruise. And here's a buck I've never seen before. He just walked right across this field, kind of caught me off guard. There's a doe back there, but he's pretty narrow. His beams almost touch. He looks like a little 6-pointer, and his horns go forward. Never seen him before. Just in and out. I don't know what's going on. These turkeys just went up into these trees right here, and they're freaking out. They're making all kinds of noise. I don't know if there's a coyote or a bobcat down there or something spooked them. But the first noise they make was crazy. Very crazy. There's something down there. I don't know what it is. Well, heading home. Saw a few deer this morning, not too much. Dad's covered up with deer this morning, he said. We'll keep you posted, and like I say on my videos, you know, this is just pure low fence South Texas hunting. I know there's a lot of guys on YouTube that post pictures on these high fence ranches, and they got 170s, 180s walking around all over the place. That's not what we got down here. This is true native genetics, low fence stuff. You know, we'll see some good bucks, but you know, not always going to go out and see a 180. Would be nice though. But again, thanks for watching, and see you on the next trip.